Oh. Hey, honey. Were you saying something? I was drifting off in thought. It's nothing too much. I can handle it. Just that with things as they've been going, I've had a bad feeling about a lead that I've gotten. You see, now that Shigaraki and I should call him Tomura. We are working together. I realized something. This isn't the League of Villains anymore. And the Heroes Association isn't the Heroes Association either. I'm kind of having a difficult time with that. Thinking that where I came from, the society that I love and people around it, that they're not who I think they are. And I keep telling myself I know them. And I think I do sometimes, to a certain extent. But at what point do I know them well enough to know they're not involved in something that's trying to bring about something worse? What if they're being manipulated? What if they're being controlled? I don't even have time to think about that. And there's a good reason for it. I'm overwhelmed. Kind of. No, never mind. I'll be just fine. Don't worry about it. I promise I'll be fine. I'm plus ultra, even today. You understand, don't you? I wouldn't tell you if I wasn't serious. And putting that aside, I thought maybe today we could have a nice time at the hideout. I know it's all new and kind of strange still, but I was hoping that we could make it feel more homey. Maybe do some decorating. It's strange, because recently, with that new nameless organization, I don't know what to call them. Hell, I don't even know if it's another faction or... Well, I'll be honest, I don't know what we're dealing with. On a daily basis, I only know so much. And I can only try and improve upon that. But it's the information that I don't have. I've been writing a lot in my hero notebook, and it's all come to the same conclusion. And that's that someone's pulling the strings. That this was never about heroes or villains. It was about perspective. There wasn't really someone who was in the wrong. Went back and forth. The more I think about it that way, the more I just... Why don't you take a break? You're overthinking things. And plus, it doesn't really help anything. The more you overthink it, the less composed you'll be. Do me a favor, Izuku. And don't go causing yourself to lose more sanity than you already have to. I've been there. I did that. It's not very easy getting over accidentally killing people you love. But you're just like me. We both made our mistakes, and we both paid for them. We have to live with them. But enough about that sobby stuff. We have to find something proper. Now, why don't you just go relax? Lately, you haven't seemed like yourself. Come on, buddy. Before anything else, you gotta take care of yourself. What if you end up losing because you didn't rest? Because you tried too hard in vain, and then they catch you where you least expect it. No amount of notes can prepare you for the next level sometimes, especially if there's no notes to take. Ever hear of a bonus level? Well, I have to face them a lot. You see, in the bonus level, you don't know what you're gonna face, especially the higher up ones. Then you have to just guess, eyeball it, hope for the best. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry, Tomura. And sorry, my love. It's easy for me to get caught up in things, especially with Kachan, and I'm enemies with people who I never intended to be. And they don't understand a thing. They don't even realize that they're pawns, that they're just being taken advantage of, and it's terrible. You need rest. You've been up for 3 days. Don't overdo it already. But there's something that's been bothering me. I can't place it. It's just a bad feeling I've been getting. That I need to do more. That there needs to be some kind of breakthrough. We can't just leave it as it is. And that won't change anything. You need to rest. I guess you're right. But how am I supposed to relax when I know that my friends, they're being manipulated and that they don't even believe me? That's how far gone they are. Don't you understand, Tomura? I understand all too well. You think it's just been sunshines and rainbows here? Frankly, I've had to deal with my own backstabbing friends. Not that I'd like to remember. But let me just tell you a small little story. We don't have time for a long one. So come here. Both of you. I did something when I was having my crisis. There was someone brought into my life who became so damn close to me. They were inseparable. I wanted them to feel how I felt. I wanted them to be my other half. I was obsessed with them for years even. Turns out, things got carried away, and I made them into an even better mastermind than me. It's 10 times worse than you're thinking. I may say I still have the League of Villains, but it's in shambles from what it was. Just look around you. Have you seen anyone enter here? It's a glorified club now. Not what it once was. You may not understand this, but I was always trying to accomplish something. To do villainy for an ends. To stop the war that was coming. And I never got a chance to. Because they took over. They beat me at my own game. They kicked me to the curb and I was broken for a second time in such a short period of time since All for One was injured and succumbed to things. Look, I'm not trying to get a pity party here. There's no time for that. But if you don't want to end up like me, hurting and sad, lonely and feeling guilty,
Then I suggest you listen to your significant other and you don't push yourself any further than you have. And if you keep doing this, I'll have to trank your ass.
Yeah, I think I get it. You both have a point. I can't keep pretending that I'm not exhausted and it's not gonna work. I can't even think straight. Too many rushing thoughts and...
Yeah. Tell it to the judge. You've been talking for too long. You should be sleeping, idiot.
You reminded me a bit of Kachan for just a moment.
I don't think that's a good thing. That hothead, I'd never stoop to his level. Not to mention he's an idiot for falling into... Never mind. Look, just get some rest. I'll do my best to search for information while you're resting. I know what you were looking into. It was Aizawa, wasn't it?
Yeah, and his connection to all this. Frankly, I'm still connecting the dots. But if I had to guess, I'd say that they've got him. They've got him in some kind of grip. Can't place what. But he's not doing this because he wants to. There's 3 things that point to it. Well, I don't have that much information to go off of. Just secondhand. Old friends. You wouldn't expect them to be kind to me. But they still are. It just goes to show you, not all my friendships are dead yet. And I won't give up on them. I can't give up on them, even if it means hurting them. Because I need to rescue All Might. But I also want to care for them too. I got information on All Might too. Not much, but after thinking about it again, I came to the conclusion there has to be someone, some kind of centrifugal force, something that's really pulling the strings. No, I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is. And it doesn't really matter anyways. But we need to take them down. Before it's too late. Or at least rescue All Might.
You've got yourself a point. Now, get some rest before I lose my patience. Don't make me go and disintegrate your hair. That wouldn't be pretty for any of us.
You would do that? Come on, Shigaraki. I thought you're not really a villain anymore.
Oh, I'm villainous enough to do that. But I wouldn't suggest trying me. See?
That was a perfectly good candy. What do you think you're doing? That was villainy at its finest. How could you?
What's the matter? I don't see you sleeping. Am I going to have to disintegrate another one of your favorite limited edition
No, I'll go to sleep. Plus, I don't want to worry either of you. I really need the rest anyways.
Would you look at that? Sleeping Beauty here. Why don't we move him back? Don't worry, I got my artist glove on. They can't touch. And if they did, they'd disintegrate the glove. It's a handy thing, covering only 2 fingers. I rather like these. Not the intended effect, I'm sure. But its effective still the same. Now come on. We don't want this idiot getting hurt. Look at that expression. He's still fighting, even in sleep. It's admirable, isn't it? I can see why you fell for this silly little broccoli. No, I'm not jealous. I'm just admiring. I wish I had someone like you or him. It doesn't matter. But I'm not going to poach. I'd never do that to a friend. Not that I think you'd be willing. But I did see it in your eyes. You're planning something. I know you're smart enough to know it. Know that I know. So why not include me? I can help you. At least somewhat. Of course, there's only a few things that I know. Things that I haven't told Midoriya yet. Trust me, I'm not holding out on him. Just like I'm not holding out on you. It's just telling him this might upset his nerves a bit. Well, let's just say I've got an inside source and things aren't looking so great. The underground was wiped off the map. Now, you may only know a little bit about them, but let's just place them as a third faction. The League of Villains, the Heroes Association, and then the Underground. Now, it could be misinformation or anything really, but my sources have never lied to me before. So chances are, 1, they're eliminated or in hiding. 2, they want me to think that they're eliminated or in hiding. But the funny part of all this is, they seem to be outdated with their information. My protege is already leading a bigger organization than me. The true League of Villains, if you will, as I've kind of lost my touch of things. Okay, so it wasn't the best joke. But the point of it is, we have to be careful. Now I have an inkling that they don't know about you. The purge is all too urgent. Let's keep it that way. Now I can see it in your eyes. But you seem to be planning something. You're worried for Midoriya, and that's going to make you act stupid. So, cool your head, and we'll talk. What's your plan? What's your take on all this? You're usually such a listener. But I need to know. What are you planning? I'm not asking to grill you, but if you're gonna do something stupid that upsets my best buddy, I'd not be too happy with you. Besides, today's an important day. There's another person coming to visit. Someone that doesn't get along well with Midoriya these days. Though I can't quite place why. You'd have to ask them themselves. But I was hoping there might be some way they could help us. Look, I'm not telling you or them to do anything crazy, but I can already see that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to take the burden onto yourself. Ever the sacrificial lamb. You really have to break that habit, you know. If someone loves you, do you think they want to see you risking it all? But I can already tell. It's gonna go this way. I can't stop you. You have to live by your own choices. You have to do this, don't you? Look, I'll help where I can. But you have to swear you won't take any extra risks. Don't get too near them. Don't give anyone a reason to suspect you. And then, we'll see what happens. Look, what's your plan? Well, it sounds like you haven't thought this through. You've probably been so enamored with your pained little fiancé over there that you haven't gotten a chance, right? Well, if you want to save him the trouble of having to rescue you, I suggest you practice that quirk of yours. I'm not telling you it's perfect. I'd be a liar. Complete liar. But you can at least stay out of trouble if you're smart. And frankly, you'd have to be an idiot to pick a fight with the Heroes Association. An idiot like me. The only difference is, well, I used to have the means to take them down, and I put them in their place. I don't expect you to understand or be listening to this, because I can see it in your eyes you're not. You're focused on saving your boyfriend from the misery of overthinking, from the dangers of betrayal. It's such a poetic tale, isn't it? Not that I don't understand you. So, first critique. If you're gonna sneak around, make sure to look like you're not sneaking. I get you're gonna do some reconnaissance. I can at least offer you this. A direct comm approach. I'll inject a microchip into your arm. It should be able to transmit your location in case something goes bad. Okay? Now, next, why don't you show me what you're capable of? Your quirk is interesting, but you're gonna have to apply it. You can't be slacking. You're planning on going tonight? There's simply not enough time for everything. You don't understand what you're up against, do you? There's something bigger than us. Something dangerous at work here. And that's saying something coming from me, Mr. Handy over here. Okay, look. If you're set on this, don't involve me that way. I'll help you. I'll give you tips. I'll give you information. But it's hard to support someone who's basically going on a suicide mission. Don't you realize you're gonna get a game over doing this? You're trying to skip right to the last boss. And you should know the aggro range on him. It's pretty high. We don't even know what he looks like. He could be 50,000 people. He could be one single person. It doesn't matter. But you're not gonna pick up that much information anyways. So what's your goal? Once you get the information, then what? Huh? You're gonna put his mind at ease that you risk your life going too close to the enemy? And what if someone gets you? I understand you're confident, but that doesn't mean that there isn't someone more confident, better, waiting to snatch you up. So, you have a choice. Listen to the words of someone far more experienced than you, or continue being an idiot. Do you want him to be sad? Look, I get it. You're stubborn on this. You don't want to feel like you're just someone in distress, someone always being protected. And I get that. I get that 100%. I know how that feels, watching the life drain from people you care about. I know how it feels to feel powerless. And you know what? I won't stop you. I will tell you, you're being an idiot. And I disagree with this. Take the chip here. And just promise you're gonna come back. I don't want another loose cannon, nor do I want a dead friend. So please, allow me to offer you one last piece of help. And here he is. Tomura. Ah, if it isn't my best buddy! How's it going, Todoroki-kun? You know how it's going. Not good by sounds of it. You came for another dose, right? It's all I can do. Things are getting worse. And I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. We need to do something. My sentiments exactly. And that's why I brought you a little friend today. Who are they? And why should I care? Harsh as always. The one-track mind. You and Midoriya would get along so well if you weren't so similar. That's a name I don't want to hear right now. Get to the point. Well, this person right here is an expert at retrieving information. So, we're going to give them a try. And you're gonna help. And why would I do that? Well, you don't exactly have a choice, do you? If you continue as this, how many weeks do they have left? Days? Hours? Don't misunderstand me, Shoto. I want you to succeed as much as you do. But I can't. If we just wait around, the cure isn't coming. Not soon enough. And I think you know that. You may be right. But what does that have to do with anything? Well, we might as well go to the horse's mouth if we want to find out what that juicy little detail we're lacking is. Maybe they have some samples. Maybe there's something more we can get. The point is, twiddling our thumbs and pretending like we can solve all the problems right here and now isn't doing us much good. Point taken. So why do I need to bring them along? Why, that's simple. Because they're very good at what they do. I feel like you're hiding something. And just why would I do that? You know as well as I do. I've lost everything. Probably more than you. And if you don't want to one-up me in the pity war, then why don't you listen? Have I ever let you down? No. Not truly. But that doesn't change the fact I work alone. Then consider this an opportunity to expand. Now you'll have someone watching, someone waiting on the sidelines, and this way, their non-combat quirk, or at least for the most part, doesn't have to get them in any real danger. You, on the other hand, seem to like taking risks and danger, so it's right up your alley, isn't it? You misunderstand. I do what I do because I know you care a great deal about that sick one, and you want to see them fully recover. That's how anyone is who's truly in love. Then I'll trust you, Tomura. But I need to know, where are we going and what are we doing? I thought you'd never ask. So this is a bit of a difficult mission, but we're going to cause a bit of a stir-up. Not directly, not loudly. Look, my information is very pinpoint. You either succeed or fail, and you do it in such a gracious way. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. You're going to go with them and capture a car. We're going to doctor it up a bit with this right here. You'll just slap it on any old place on the dashboard, and it will be upgraded as we speak. It's nothing too crazy, but it is important. You see, we're going to reinforce this car. Reinforce it enough that it makes the perfect getaway vehicle. Fireproof it, waterproof it, freeze-proof it, you name it. That way, well, the next part won't seem so crazy.
I'm not sure I like this. But what's the next part?
Simple. You're going to enjoy a nice little ride with this one driving you. Don't sweat the details if you don't have a license. We just need you to look like you're a driver. The rest will fall into place as they let us in. I've got a fake badge number and all. We're sneaking into their secret facility. And then we're gonna silently break in. You freeze any unlucky visitors who stick their nose in for it.
That goes without saying.
Oh, I knew you'd get the point. After all, it's game over if you don't get out in that getaway car. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're not going to stir up the nest, no. Not directly. The important part of this mission is you're going to disguise yourself, thanks to a contact we have. You're both going to look the part of the person you're replacing, and hopefully stay that way. Look, it only lasts for 4 hours. That is your time limit to be in and out. So, we go in. We have lovely Todoroki here. Go in. You're going to be the important parcel delivery. Now, the cool thing about this is you're going to freeze them very subtly. You see, I've got something that makes them oh so agreeable. A brand new drug I made. Now, don't get the wrong idea. This is a powerful drug, but we're going to make them understand. It's a drug that works like a zombie virus. Of course it's not. You're going to be vaccinated. That goes for both of you. Now, it's not going to turn them into zombies, no. More like, make them answer any question you ask honestly. Now, I can't promise it's perfect, but it should have a 95 to 100% success rate. Somewhere along those lines, let's hope it's 100. What is life without a bit of risk? So, this new OP item is going to be spread by your breath. So be sure to breathe all over the place. It's highly contagious, and we're going to go through things simply. You're going to simply tell people to let you through, and they're gonna do it. For the cameras, they're gonna think nothing's the matter. Standard protocol. The last bit is going to be the trickiest. Now listen close. You're going to make a slight detour to the camera room. There's some blind spots in their security cameras. You'll have to time it, but if you do it, it'll look like you went in the other room. Alternatively, if you happen to raise an alarm, you'll have about 3 minutes. After that, I'm afraid both of you, it's game over. The final boss will appear and it'll be a complete wipe. Nobody wants that. I'd be sad myself. I don't want to lose any more friends. That's my biggest thing now. But I digress. Look, it's not going to be easy. But that virus is your key. It isn't your only one. But I suggest you bail. If anything goes wrong, you get out as fast as you can. Their lock shutters aren't going to break themselves. They're both heat and cold resistant, and you don't have my disintegration. So I suggest you don't tempt fate. Otherwise, fate might just bite you in the butt if it gets a critical hit.
So then, what's the goal? What am I going so deep for?
Ah, isn't that just it? You're going to collect information, and hopefully without them knowing. And if you do it good, I may just be able to infiltrate their system. You see, I've got this handy-dandy flash drive, which if you can get to the surveillance room, is going to be great. Luckily, there's a loophole. The surveillance room doesn't have a camera, so once you open that door, you freeze him before he hits the alarm. I don't know how many there are, but chances are there's 2, for safety protocols. Once you freeze them, it's free win. It's practically unfair to them. Once you get that nifty little flash drive in there, I'll be able to work my magic. I have a nice little friend who will be able to do some damage. And more importantly, get us the information. What the virus is, who made it, where All Might is, what we can do to save him.
So your goals are the same then?
Of course they are. We're friends. And frankly, I'm sticking my neck out for you and Midoriya. You both are quite readily my best friends. This one too. I just need to know them better. And I think this is the proper way to level up our relationship. We're going to make sure that this raid boss never aggroes. So, I'm gonna need a little something from you.
What's that?
A promise of sorts. You're gonna have to promise me you won't let anything bad happen to them. The second thing is you're gonna have to drop this feud with Midoriya.
That's not very easy. He did something. Something I can't just forgive. And well, he's still someone who should be my friend. He's turned his back on me.
I think maybe you both are misunderstanding each other. You're both such good buddies. You just don't. And that's fine. It's all in good time.
I don't need friends right now. I need a cure. And to get that, if I need to play this game, I'll do it. Thank you, Tomura. While I may seem high-strung or upset, I don't want you to think I take this for granted. I realize you're only trying to help. And for that, words cannot express my gratitude.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just doing what I believe in. Since I spent way too much time doing what I don't. Make sense? I hope so. Considering, well, I don't want anything to happen to you. Either of you. I don't have many friends left. And if you could even call the ones from before my friends. True friends don't leave you high and dry. They don't follow you and party until the last boss just to abandon you mid-fight in DC. But I've had that happen too many times. More than I can count. There's also one last thing that I need you to do.
And what's that?
Take this. It's a sort of contingency. In case something goes real bad. I was researching Kurogiri's quirk. And so, this will open up a portal for exactly 2 seconds. If you manage to. It'll make things a lot easier. 'Cause it leads right back to here. Just don't get chopped up in the portal. Wouldn't want you to lose a finger in the darn thing. That'd be too sad. Look, I'm giving you each one of them. Do it quickly if you do it. Don't take chances. I would like to use the real Kurogiri, but I don't know where he's gone. After we patched up his... what was that, his kid or something? Things just went back to how they were. But that's old history. We're not worried about that now, are we? Chop chop, you two got a ride to catch. Now, one last note. Be sure you don't get seen by them. So it's going to be, well, maybe a bit brutal. Since you'll be replacing them, we don't want anyone seeing and getting suspicious and reporting it. So look, here's their pathing. You're gonna wait here. You won't want to damage the truck, of course. But you're going to want to deal with them. I suggest freezing them. Of course, if you want to get testy, you could just burn them to cinders. I'm not one for killing. Seems like such a waste. But do what you have to do to avoid getting caught. Besides, you could always just lock them up in the back. Put them on ice for a while. And of course the virus, if you ask them nicely. To be quiet. You don't even have to harm a hair on their body. See? Don't I make things so convenient? I do love helping a friend.
You've outdone yourself, Tomura. I only wish I could do more to give back to you.
What did I tell you about that? Focus on solving your own problems first. Then we'll worry about doing something fun, like maybe a game night. But we'll worry about that once everyone's healthy and safe. You'll owe me that. Deal?
Sure. Though I can't promise I'm a very good gaming companion. So if we get there, I hope you won't judge me too harshly.
Of course not. And why would I do that? Judging a friend? No, not a chance. And besides, I'll teach you the best tricks and tips. Now, off you two go. Wouldn't want to delay things. And you. I've told you what I think of all this. Now rendezvous with the disguise quirker. And then get to that vehicle. You two best hurry. I don't want to hear it. After all, I'd lose route points for Midoriya if you weren't taken care of. Plus, you're my buddy too. I hope you can see that. So go get him. Go get him, Tiger.
Let's be off. Thankfully, it looks like they're not too far away. Over this way. I know the place. You must have a big reason to be putting your life on the line like this. I think I understand you, even if I don't agree with it. As much as Shigaraki tries to hide things, he's an open book. An almost innocent person, if not for his marred past. I count him among one of the only friends I have left. And with all due respect, I don't trust you, because I know you're related to him. It doesn't matter what he's done now. It doesn't matter at all. That's not what we're concerned about. Here we are. Just leave it. There isn't enough time to spend thinking about that. So come on.
Oh, you two. You must be my newest clients.
Just do what you were asked or paid to do. We're in a hurry.
Oh, that's not how it works. Love, that's not how I work at all.
If you want to become them,
You're going to need to...
this must be the virus that we were injected with. How fantastically useful. Now, you were going to say.
I was going to say something. And what was that exactly?
You were just about to make us look like the drivers en route to the facility.
Oh, yes, that was it, wasn't it? All right. Tip-top shape it should be. Just a moment. Let me grab the picture and... voila.
That was much faster than I expected.
Well, I am an expert, you know. It's not every day you deal with someone like me.
Thank you. We'll be off now.
That's fine. I suppose...
We have to be careful. Otherwise, people might notice. If we pass by someone, cover your mouth. Make it look natural. We're almost to the rendezvous point. Keep your head down. They'll be here any minute. Now listen up. Don't get in my way. I'm going to freeze them. It's going to take a moment, but I need absolute precision. You're going to be the distraction. I need you to walk into the street, near the stop sign. Get them to look at you, and I'll do the rest. Like this. Now. Put them in the back. Now that they've been infected, Both of you. Don't make a sound for the next 5 hours. After that, forget you ever saw us. Now let's drive. Don't worry about it. I don't know if it works like that, but I'm going to hope it does. If they forget us, it'll make our jobs that much easier, and we won't have to worry about someone tailing. Now, once we get to the verification, just act normal. Don't talk and show the badge. Other than that, let me handle the rest. Because there's cameras on us, it's imperative we at least look the part. So when you reach over, this may sound gross, but doing a cough at them might be a good idea. And then you tell them, or I will. You stay silent. I'll tell them to let us through. So far, so good. Just a routine drop off. Let us through. Good. We've infiltrated the area. Now, we're going to have to be extra careful from here. No matter what we do, there are no room for mistakes here. I need to walk up to the people and infect them, and you need to stay in the vehicle lobby. If anyone approaches you, do not, I repeat, do not do anything extra. If they get too close and you infect them, tell them to continue as if you do not exist. To ignore you, forget about you, and go about their day as normal. It's simple, really. Now, shall we? So far, so good. Now, just to check the last bit. I think it's this way.
You'd guess right.
Don't worry. I didn't know this thing had...
Don't worry about the details. You two have done so well so far, I didn't want to interrupt. Now, you're almost getting to the tricky part. You passed one of the checkpoints already. But this is the longest you're gonna go without a checkpoint. So if you lose your progress, well, it may not be as easy as just loading a save.
Understood.
Guard, coming up to the right.
Yes. Everything is as normal, sir. Just a routine delivery. Yes, let us through. Thank you.
Good, look at you. Not cracking under the pressure. No, they won't know what hit them. Didn't even have to make it look awkward. Just looks like a regular day at the job of people, coworkers talking. Now hopefully there's no elaborate code that we overlooked. Some kind of fail-safe for all of this. Now this way.
I think it's over here.
And you'd think correct. Now, the moment of truth. I hope you're ready for this, Shoto. It's all a matter of timing it perfectly.
I have a plan, don't worry. I can get them in an instant.
Well, I'll take your word for it, for both of your sakes.
That's the only way to do it.
Not bad. I didn't expect you to start freezing the ground under the door to catch them by surprise. Black ice. Slick. I'd give you plus 10 experience for that, and plus 5 friendship points. But get in there, quickly. Wait for it. Now. Shut the door like normal.
Done.
Now you know what to do. Why don't you use that little flash drive? See if we can get us some info.
What's the chances they figure out what we're doing?
I'd say about 50-50. 'Cause for all the information that I've gotten, there's that much more that I haven't.
Damn. How long will it take?
Give me 5 minutes.
I'll try. If someone comes, will it alert a security force or...
Don't worry about that. Nobody's scheduled to be around here, and if they are... Wait a minute. That's not right. All right, I gotta focus. You're gonna have company. And not company I know how to deal with. Very shortly.
What are you implying?
Well, there's a bigwig coming. I am not entirely sure how we're gonna deal with this, but for now, just stay calm. If anything, wake up those fellows. Use your quick thinking to make it look like everything's normal. Tell them to pretend it's normal. You have about 25 seconds. Go, go!
Okay, some fire, and... Excuse me, both of you. Continue your day as normal. Pretend nothing's different. If anyone asks, you never saw anything, heard anything, or otherwise.
Now hide! Shit. Your water from the ice.
I didn't get it in time. We just have to hope. Maybe they won't notice.
Who is that?
I don't know. Luckily, they don't seem to be aware of it. It was only a pin-sized line, but there is a few droplets of water.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I don't like it. Just keep hiding. They shouldn't be aware of the thumbstick. The USB should be working. Hopefully they don't notice. Damn, they got it.
What's that mean, Tamura?
It means I got something. But it might not be enough. I uploaded the files, but now I just gotta work my magic. The extra bosses always were my favorite. Now, let's see what we can do, shall we? Wait, that guy's not much of a talker, is he? Wait, hold on a moment. Something isn't right. That might be telepathy. I don't know. Whatever you do, don't make contact. Good. He left. Now we just need to... It's always the ones who don't talk a lot that you need to be careful of. Now, continue. Wait. You took the flash drive. Yeah. It's all right, but I think we'll just need to call it quits on this one. I got information. It wasn't as much as I wanted, but it's a start. Now, leave like nothing happened.
Then, was it a success?
I'd say it was more of a draw. Double KO. They are gonna realize something as soon as they realize what that flash drive is. And we're gonna have to be out of there by then. Walk as fast as you can normally. Let's get going.
All right. I'm almost there, and... Good. There's no one blocking the way. And no sirens yet. No. Here we go, and... Good. Looks like everything's fine out here. Hurry, let's leave. We don't have time to waste. Head back to the hideout. Good. Things seem to be fine. I just hope that nothing goes too bad. They're obviously aware of our attempt, so a follow-up would be too difficult.
I second the motion. Let's spread our attempts thin. Let them get sloppy. Because they're oh so organized usually.
True. Did you encounter anything? Just one person approached. Did you handle things normally? Good. Then I suppose that's fine. I'm glad to see it didn't turn bad. We're nearly at the gate. Let's not lose focus. Have a nice day. Now, Tomura, what do we do with this? With the van?
Ooh, bring it here. It's got some lovely little potential in that one. And in the back, there's something quite useful. 2 brainwashed zombies. I'm sure I can put them to good use. Maybe even perform some tests.
That's fine. We'll see how useful they can be.
Sure thing, buddy boy. I'll see you shortly.
Now, as for you, let's hope the information is as useful to you as it is for me. It should be fine, right? We're here. Let's park this right here. Go inside.
Oh, I missed you too so much. There was practically nothing to do. Well, a sleeping Midoriya, an empty home. It was so lonely. It was kind of fun to be the eyes and ears of the operation. I rather am fond of the idea. So, there's good news and there's bad news. What do you want to hear first?
I suppose the bad.
Well, putting a long story short, I got less than I bargained for.
Continue.
Well, there's references of a few code words here and there, and I think a few mentions of, well, more delicate matters. I still need to figure out what they mean, but
Well then, what's the good news?
I think I found the location of our lovely hero of justice, All Might.
What?
Oh, this is of paramount interest to you, too. You see, turns out All Might's blood might just be some kind of miracle medicine. I don't know the details, but they seem to be keeping him for his DNA. There's something there, but what?
So you're telling me this might be the big breakthrough?
Oh, not might be. This could change the world. Of course, not for the better if those Heroes Association idiots use it to fuel corporate greed.
And what makes you think they'd do that?
Oh, come on. Wake up and smell the ashes. They've never cared much about the individual, only about the money, the fame, the fortune. Sure, there's people like All Might, or, well, 1 in a million, if that.
So you're saying they're using this as some kind of tool for something?
I don't know the details. I just got a glimpse, like peeking through the cracks of a door, and then the door being slammed shut, figuratively speaking, when Mr. Silence decided to walk into the room and take it. Unfortunately, it also means they might be on to us, too. We're gonna have to relocate soon.
Oh, well, you work independent, so I won't hold you.
By the way, here's your dose. And one for your lovely, well, your most precious, sickly person. I sincerely hope they feel better.
Thanks. And you. If you're serious about all this, don't give up and don't assume anyone is your friend or foe until they prove it. Understood?
Oh, by the way, Sleeping Beauty over there. Well, he and you have some history. But let bygones be bygones already. We're a better force to be reckoned with if we all work together.
I'll consider it. But it will take time. Time that I don't have right now. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, buddy. Well, that guy's always just a bit too fiery for me. I wish he would use more cool. It's much easier to talk to someone that way, don't you think? Now, as for our very own Sleeping Beauty, looks like he's gonna wake up soon. Why don't you go give him a big smooch for me? Well, I'd do it myself, but then again, I wouldn't want you to get jealous. Now, I've got some very important work to do. You can tell Broccoli Head over there that I've got new info for him so he can chill out. Okay? Now, I'll leave you two alone. Don't have too much fun now.
Tad bit more crazy than normal. Babe. Not that I'm complaining. Not in the slightest, actually. I just I had a dream about you, you know. It wasn't a good one. And sadly, I couldn't help but think, what if something happened to you? It made me worried. But now seeing you, feeling you, even if it felt a little bit different than normal, I can see it's you. I love you. I love you more than anything. But that's not all. I've got more to tell you. While I was sleeping, I had a sort of revelation. And I've been taking things a bit too crazy, and maybe I do need to settle down. Otherwise, what will I do? What could I possibly tell you? I don't know what else to say except I have been stressing too much. And I'll do my damnedest to avoid that again. A walk? Honestly, I'm fine with that. I love taking walks with you. So come on. Let's go. I know it's been difficult for us lately. With everything that's happened, I just want you to know I'm here for you. And no matter what it takes, I'll protect you. Why? Why? What do... The only one that I didn't think would stab me in the back. Why? Why? This is some kind of joke, right? There's a reason for it, right?